Welcome, everyone. This is episode 29 of the Keep It a Bug Daily podcast. As you see, I am joined with my host, or mother host, and my co-host for this episode. This is my wife. Say hi, babe.
Hi, everyone.
As you see, we're kind of decked out in some Disney wear here, as you see. This is a very, very special episode. So, the beginning of February, for 4 days, we went to Disneyland. This was my wife's fourth time there, I believe.
Fourth time. First time I was when I was very little, so I have no memory of it.
And then this was my first time actually going to Disneyland, and I thought this was just a very, very special occasion to kind of make a separate episode about my experience and our experience at Disneyland this time around. So this is what this episode is going to be about. We're going to go through our 4 days there, the food, the rides, and I'm going to give my thoughts on just about everything. But yeah, I thought this was I just want to shout out my sister and my brother for paying for a lot of us, or not a lot of us, but a lot of this trip. They took a lot of the expenses off our hands. This is their treat.
Angels, saints.
This was their treat to us, and I'm very, very thankful because after going to Disneyland and seeing how expensive everything is, I'm definitely grateful for them treating us like this. So, yeah. So shout out to them. We love them. But let's get into, I guess, kind of like us driving to California first and stuff like that, driving and getting to day one. But so we left Monday.
Monday night, right after I got off of work.
This was February 3rd, Monday night. We decided to drive out after work, and I will say the last 15 minutes of the driving up to Disneyland, I decided to put on some Disney music.
He's a changed man. He's a Disney hater, but continue.
My wife was sleeping in the passenger seat, and I decided to put on some music, trying to get myself ready for this experience.
Which I'm surprised, because usually I'm the one that has to play the Disney music. And he played it. I woke up and I'm just like, are you? What? Wow. Disney changed you already. You haven't even gone.
Yeah, I kind of just want to get into the spirit, I guess you could say. And I decided to, and my go-to song for this, the last 15 minutes of the ride, was Beauty and the Beast, the OG from the movie, that song. And I would say, like, I'm not, like, I know the song, but I haven't listened to it like that. Just sitting there and taking in the song, the lyrics, stuff like that. So that song was, like, really, really hitting me for some reason during this, like, the last 15 minutes of the drive. So I decided to, like, replay it over and over again.
Yeah, I was surprised. I woke up, he was listening to that song, and then he just kept playing it and playing. I'm like, wow. And I was even more shocked because it was the original, like, from the movie. Version, like Mrs. Potts singing.
Yeah, Mrs. Potts went off. But yeah, I decided to just replay that because something was happening to me inside right here. I think that's what you call heart. So something was happening to me while I'm hearing this music.
Has changed within me.
And yeah, that was the song I decided to play over and over again until we got to our room, and it really set the mood. I guess you could say.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So we got to our room, and we were staying at the Best Western right across the street from Disneyland.
Literally right across. Like, you go out the door, the light is right there. You walk across, you're on Disney grounds.
Yeah, I think it's super great that it's right there. It really made, like, taking breaks and having to walk back to the room if we needed anything. It's just right there, so that was amazing. So shout out to my brother for that. For setting that up. But yes, we get in like 11:30, maybe 12ish,
something like that,
on Monday night.
Definitely before midnight.
Yeah, definitely before midnight, but it was pushing to Tuesday. But we got there, get settled in and everything, and our day begins very, very early the next day, Tuesday, and that kind of starts off.
And because they had texted us like the kind of itinerary beforehand of like the things that were already planned, like reservations, and letting us know that because they were already there like 2 days before we got there. I couldn't get off of work, but let us know that we're doing like a rope drop Tuesday. I didn't know what that was, but it's basically where you get in earlier than when everyone else gets to go into the park. And I was so excited because we were supposed to do that the last time that I went, like 9 years ago, and yeah, we all slept in, so that didn't happen. But so I was asking Aries in the car on the ride up, like, okay, we're gonna do that, right? And he's like, what? No, I'm like, what? Why did you say you didn't want to do it?
So I thought the rope drop meant that there's something like a grand opening for something inside of Disneyland. I didn't know it was like for the entry of
You
Disneyland.
thought it was like a show or something that we were going to?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was like just like a rope drop or like cutting the rope for something opening up, a grand opening of something.
Yeah, and me asking him if he wanted to go was
I was like,
me opening the way, like, okay, we're definitely going. But then when he's like, I don't know, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? This is like the only time we're going to get to do this.
yeah, so.
So I had to explain to him what it meant. Like, no, it just means we get into the park earlier than everyone else. And he's like, oh.
So I was like, okay, that makes more sense why you guys want to get up at 6:25 and be there at 6:30.
Oh, no, we got up way earlier, but we got to the first gate at Disney at 6:25 a.m. And I was, full of energy, very excited, not even tired, even though we got very little sleep.
So, yeah, we went to the rope drop. First gate opened up at 6:30. And, you know, me first time being here, I didn't think like there was other entries up, ahead of us. I thought that was it, and security, and that was it. But we had about 3 more stops until we got to the rides. So the rope drop, the first gate, security, and then they checked their tickets at the 3rd stop, and then the 4th.
Then the actual rope.
And then the 4th stop was the actual like getting to like the parks and going to the rides. So it was like broken up into like 30-minute blocks here and there throughout the time. So
yeah, I'm like it's weird, but it also like makes sense at the same time. But it's kind of cool because it builds up the anticipation as well.
That too.
That way you're not just staying at the one place for like 2 hours. And so you're like, okay, and then we got to go, we're getting closer. Except all y'all who go there, like I'm very disappointed in you Disney people because I thought you were all like so nice and kind and workers. You are. But the people who go to visit, you all built different. I don't know what it is, but you are ruthless. I kept making the joke that the NBA needs to draft all of its offensive players from the people who go to rope drop at Disneyland because they are so aggressive. You can't run. Learn that there's a rule. You can't run in the park during rope drop. Like they have people around to like stop you from running. So everyone's like fast walking, elbowing people to get like in front of each other. Like we were like the first ones through the gate to get our, like once we gave them our ticket and stuff, but we were not the first to the rope because, you know, you're only as fast as your slowest people. So,
yeah, and I didn't know it was going to be like that of people basically not just kind of gliding their way to the 4th stop, trying to get into the park, taking big old steps. But yeah, I was kind of shocked to see everyone basically pace walking to the 4th stop to get into the park and get to the rides.
There were some people that were definitely running though.
And I definitely saw it at the 4th stop to get into the rides. People were like, it was almost like a race. It is. I mean, I guess it
really
is a race.
was.
People were like jumping over, trying to get a head start. But the ladies and the workers were like, you guys calm to stop, please. Like, we're going to say go. You guys can go. But
the workers there are probably like so annoyed with all the rope droppers.
Yeah, I can see that. But, so that happens, the rope drop, right? We finally get in there. I think it was 8:30. They finally let us.
Yeah, 8:30 is when
they finally let the Walking Dead of Disneyland walk and get there to the rides. And our first ride of the day and my first ride during this whole experience, we started off at a California Adventure. We go to Cars. And I think that was a great way to start off this whole thing. This whole experience, and throughout this episode, If you are just listening to the audio version of this, I think I should just wait and then look at the video form of this, because we're gonna play clips of everything that we eat and stuff like that, and throughout the episode. So, but yeah, so we started off at Cars, and I really really enjoyed it. I think Cars Land is really really dope. They do a great job of just putting basically the big parts of this movie in the Cars Land or whatever.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you loved it. I was hoping you would love it. Just because, like, you really feel like you're at Radiator Springs.
Yes, yeah.
And so, because they actually have, like, life-size cars, like, the cars from the movie, like, driving around. You can stop, take pictures with them. And so we definitely saw the fire truck the most. And stuff, different parts. But it's cool. You just feel fully immersed in whatever land that you're in. And that was the first one that Aries got to experience.
And I think they set the bar high. I really think that like Cars Land might be near the top of like the different lands throughout Disneyland and California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they did a really good job, especially with the ride itself.
Felt like we were driving through Utah.
Yeah, enough, right? It's not too crazy of a ride, but I think it's a good like in between if you are like the kids ride-ish and like big roller coaster. I think it's a good middle ground. You still kind of get that thrill, and you're racing the other car on the side of you, so that's cool.
You're always going to be racing another car on there, but you never know which car is going to be the winner. So you're just like acting like you're actually driving the thing, but
But it's really cool, before you start the race and get on with the ride. At the beginning of the ride, kind of takes you through. You can see the car's characters and stuff like that. It's really really cool.
A nice little scenic drive and stuff, and then it takes you past like these falls. It looks like Multnomah Falls from Oregon. I've actually been there, so I'm like, it's like a mini version.
So yeah, the first ride it starts off hot. Cars ride is probably one of my favorite rides that I experienced so far.
Do you think that's like a bias from it being your first one? Do you think you'd feel the same if it wasn't your first?
I think I would feel the same if it wasn't because we went on it another day. And I still had it was another great ride. Like I just enjoyed it the other time.
I wish we took him during the nighttime though. It's so cool at night, but
That's what my sister was saying. And then after Cars, we kind of walked through. We did get some.
We went after Cars. We went to the Toy Story ride, Midway Mania.
And that was the
yes.
So
you play a bunch of like mini games on it. But using like, what do you even call that thing?
I don't know. Stringing a ball gun, I guess.
Yeah.
we'll just say it that.
And stuff like you're playing against the other people, so you're trying to see who can get the most points. So of course, it's one of my favorites. I love anything where it's a competition.
And I will say this is the ride that we did the most. I really like that ride too.
Yeah, we went on it almost every day.
It was burning our forearms trying to get the rhythm of this.
Yeah, I did not think that like my arms were going to be so sore from like pulling a freaking string.
I know, right?
I'm like, this is embarrassing.
My forearms were tight. They were heavy after the ride. They were just yeah. So, but that was really really fun. I really really enjoyed that one.
I'm glad you enjoyed it because you really sucked at it and I was really great at it. But moving forward.
And then after we went to the Incredicoaster. I
was excited because when I went the last time I was there, it was before they had like modeled it to be an Incredicoaster. I don't remember what it was called before, to be honest, but I think it was kind of just like a roller coaster. So it was cool to see, like knowing what it looked like before and seeing what it looks like now. I thought they did a really good job with it. But I remember I really loved it. But I love roller coasters. And then it's a segue into this. So I've been very excited for Aries to go to Disneyland, but I was also very worried and concerned because on top of me calling him a Disney hater, he is also not a fan of theme parks or roller coasters or big rides. So I'm like, what are we going to do being there for 4 days? But you still went on the roller coaster.
Yeah, I did. I kind of just wanted to see. It didn't look too bad. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I didn't feel that bad after the ride. How I thought I would be, like nauseous and stuff. But yeah,
so you didn't go back on it.
No, I didn't. Because we ate before. If I were to go back on that again, I ate right before that, so I don't think my stomach would have held up if I did that. But yeah, it was a good roller coaster though. I enjoyed it, even though I don't really enjoy roller coasters like that. But I thought it was good.
Good for a one-time try.
And then after that, we went to the Little Mermaid, the story ride.
Woohoo!
And it was cool. So we went
first story ride.
Yeah, we went on I think all of them.
We
went on all the story rides. So this being my first one, so story rides really just kind of scene by scene, not scene by scene, but like they give like certain scenes of the movie throughout the ride.
Yeah, just taking you through the story of whatever that movie was.
Yeah. So this is probably one of the ones that are maybe on the higher list of the story rides. I enjoyed the Little Mermaid one,
which I love because I didn't know if you were gonna like that stuff, and you did. So
there were definitely some bad ones, like
oh my gosh,
maybe I just because I haven't watched this movie, but Pinocchio, like I don't really care. But yeah, I'll get to the other ones. But yeah, that was the first story ride. I thought it was cool. The little conveyor belt after you get off the ride was I almost tripped my ass up, almost fell.
Oh yeah, y'all need to like slow those conveyor belts down because, or at least warn us. I forgot that it was like a moving conveyor belt. So when I said, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so the floor is like a conveyor belt when they're trying to like hurry up to get out.
Because they ain't stopping the ride because they're not going to interrupt the flow of the story for everyone.
So yeah, I almost busted my ass.
Oh my gosh.
And then next we went to one of my favorite rides of this whole experience. We went on Soarin'. Around the world. So basically it's just like a huge screen, kind of like a half semicircle almost, and you're kind of in this screen or whatever, floating.
Like you feel like you're actually like there and you're flying above all these things. For me, I was very excited for him to experience it because Soarin' was one of my favorite rides that I tried for the first time last time that I went. But when I went, it was Soarin' like over California. So it took you through different parts of California. But this one was Soarin' all over the world. So this was kind of my first time experiencing it too. But it's so cool because it's like they have like the wind blowing. They have the sense of where you're at. Like when we're going over like Africa, you could like smell the grass and everything. Like, it's cool. You really feel like you're there. And I'm just over here like waving at the polar bears and all the animals and everything as if they can actually see me and are looking at me. But hey, you know what? Put yourself in the situation.
So I thought this ride was going to be like us in like a plane type setting and like us flying through something. That's what I got from standing in line.
We told him nothing. No one told me anything before I went on mine, so I just wanted him to be completely
So that's
surprised.
what I thought. And this completely like blew the expectation bar of what I had for this ride totally off the roof. And this ended up being part of the in battle of like 1 and 2 favorite rides that I have got to experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that in Cars or I guess we'll get to the other one later.
We'll get to the other ones. But yeah, 1 and 2, like it switches out for favorite rides. So
we definitely went on Soarin' quite a lot as well.
We did. I think it was 3 times, maybe 2 times, 3 times.
We went 3 times. The first time we sat in the front row. The second time we sat in the second row. The third time we sat in the first row is definitely the best.
Absolutely,
because you don't see everyone's feet like dangling in front of you.
Above you.
Still a cool experience, but front row is definitely the best.
And then we get to the food, and we'll put some food clips in there for you guys to watch. But the first was the breakfast croissant.
First Disney bite. What is it?
It's croissant sandwich.
A croissant sandwich.
Japanese croissant sandwich.
Huh?
Make all the family jealous.
Digging it? Venu's ranch.
The bread is so good.
That was the first thing that we ate Monday morning or Tuesday morning. Really, really good. The croissant was flaky. The size of it was nice as well.
Yeah, it's not what I was expecting. Like, I mean, obviously you guys are probably looking at it right now, but I thought it was just going to be like a regular croissant and stuff. But it's like, how do you even describe it?
It's like a burrito type croissant.
Yeah, that's a good way to
It's
put
like
it.
a croissant burrito.
And stuff, and so everything's inside. You don't know what's inside. Honestly, the inside to me was like okay, it's whatever. But
I think the flakiness of the croissant
was so freaking good.
did a good job with that. So that was really, really good. And I think just because I was hungry and I didn't eat until that time, I was like, yeah, this is hidden right now. So
Yeah, because
breakfast
I'm very
croissant.
picky with my breakfast and especially croissant sandwiches. And oh no, I would probably eat that a lot. I mean, I'd probably change out the middle part, but that it didn't even matter because that croissant was just so damn good.
So the breakfast croissant, I would give like a 4, maybe because I was hungry, but it was still good. I think it's a good solid
originally
breakfast.
when we were there, you gave it a 3.5 and I gave it a 3.75 and stuff. But I think I'll stick with my 3.75. You definitely went up on yours.
Yeah,
Later.
I'm putting a little bit more respect on this.
So I think, we're trying to be
Hot
stingy because
Pocket.
you didn't. Yeah, it's like a glorified Hot Pocket.
There we go. It's a Hot Pocket.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So I definitely recommend it, especially from this picky breakfast eater. So, and then immediately right after that, we went and ate some more food. We went back to Cars Land and we went to the Cozy Cone Motel, which it's like a bunch of giant traffic cones, but like each traffic cone is like a different, like they sell different foods, and we had to have him go and try the bread cones. The chile cone. Beautiful.
Well, 1950s.
Yeah, no. You got the chili.
I got the chili. I thought there was mac and cheese and chili in there, but I guess
It's
it was
because
just the chili.
I told him that I think it got mixed up because when I went, I got both the chili and the mac and cheese, and then I mixed them together, which is why when he ordered the chili, I'm like, okay, I got to get the mac and cheese so then we definitely swap so we can both mix ours. It definitely, for me, it makes it better.
Yes, so since she got the mac and cheese, I put a little bit of mine in hers. And yeah, we kind of switched off like that. I think everything individually was okay, but all of it together, I thought it was a good cone, chili cone.
Yeah. I definitely remember it being a lot better.
Yeah,
and more magical the first time I had it. But I think maybe it's just because I've had other bread cones since. That was the first time I ever had a bread cone. And everything. So I'm like, I don't know. I remember it being like fluffier and just tasting a lot better. But I mean, it's not bad. You definitely should try it if you go, but highly recommend getting a chili and a mac and cheese cone. They have a jalapeno mac and cheese too. If you want that, I just got the normal mac and cheese, and then mix the mac and the chili for an elevated experience.
Yeah, so it was good. I thought the bread was gonna be better. It was okay. It was all right.
No, it kind of tastes like the one that they have here in Vegas.
Oh,
the one in Henderson,
the
off
twisted.
Eastern. Yeah, twisted sourdough. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, you guys need to go there. By the way. But after that, we went to Spider-Man, the Web Slingers.
And again, like, I did not know I needed to freaking work out before I came to Disneyland, because the amount of pain and soreness that I felt in my arms after we did simple games on these rides is so shame, but we were literally just, you have to like shooting the webs out, and yeah, I mean, I definitely dominated in that one too, but
Yeah, I definitely was terrible at that one.
it was just like,
My arms are tired. I started like doing this just to like get the slings out or whatever. It was tiring, but it was fun. I really enjoyed the you get to more interactive ones where you get to do stuff like that. So that was cool.
I thought it was fun. I hear not a lot of people like that one, so I'm curious to hear why everyone feels that way. But
It might be just because the sensor of the sling or where you were slinging at is messed up. Because I swear I was hitting stuff.
mine wasn't messed up, so
And then after that, we get out of that ride, right? And then we're walking, right? We're just walking, and someone walks past me, and
oh my gosh, here we go.
I was like, that guy looks familiar. I double look. I was like, that's Josh Metellus with the Minnesota Vikings. He's an NFL player.
And if you don't know, Aries is a huge Vikings fan.
Look at these hats. So I'm like, holy crap! I have to like. So first of all, I kind of knew like, oh, I think that's him, and just to confirm, I went to
because he was a little chicken.
Yes, I went to my Instagram. And I went to look him up, and I just went to see if he posted anything at Disneyland. And he did. And I was like, that's definitely him. All right, I'm going to go make my way over there. He was with his family, so I was like, how do I kind of like not be that guy to like, hey, I'm sorry you're with the family, but I'm a huge fan of you, so yeah. But I got to meet the guy. He actually suggested that we take a picture together. I was like, absolutely, dude. I wish I could give you a hug.
Just missed him.
But
oh my gosh.
Anyways.
And just so you know, like, I was literally talking to two people before this trip, like the same week, about how annoying it is that Aries always like finds and meets the celebrities everywhere that we go. Not even just being here in Vegas, like literally anywhere, even in Utah. And of course, he finds another one, but I think I get my gripe is because,
guys, I have to go get our cat outside. I'll just be right back.
oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna tell my story now. So this man literally meets all the celebrities that I know and love, but I'm either not around or he's the only one that gets the picture with them. Like, what the heck? Like, I literally spotted one before him at Walmart here in Vegas, UFC fighter, New Bronx, and yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. I'm like, we're gonna get a picture this time, and we do get a picture, except it's me dating one of him, not me, once again. So, anyways, naturally, it happens at Disneyland too. I'm like, frick, why can't I run into like Tori Kelly or something here? What the hell?
I'm gonna give a little tangent real quick, but I was hanging out with someone from her favorite show.
Oh my gosh! I was gonna tell this, but go ahead.
I don't know what's her name.
Sasha Peters.
Yeah, from Pretty Little Liars.
She's the one that plays Allison.
Randomly, I went to hang out with my friend. He graduated college. And she just randomly popped up in the circle group that we were in that night. And my friend was like, hey, she's from this show. Don't make a big scene. I'm like, okay, dude, I know my girlfriend at the time. We were dating. Likes that show. So I'll just, see if she knows her. So I got I got a
He
video.
snuck some like little videos, and I was freaking out. I'm just like,
And then
how's this not fair? It's like, and because sometimes he'll run into like celebrities, and he just like happens to get to hang out with them, and he doesn't even know who they are, or like wasn't even like super into their stuff before. But I know, and then I'm like, why does this never happen to me? I literally have to pay to meet celebrities at Comic-Con, and he just runs into them.
I sent it to her and my baby sister, and they both got
Shout
mad.
out,
Like,
Tori. Like,
they both got mad. Like, bro, shut the hell up, or shut your face, get out of here.
Tell her that
was like,
I love you. Tell Shay that I love her.
I sent the video to them, and they're like, "You no way." I was like, "You guys know her?" I was like, because I know they watch the show. So, anyways, and then after the Web Slingers, we go to the Monsters Inc. Yeah, I thought it was cool. It was cool.
I like Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
Fun. But I mean, I love everything there. So
I definitely am a fan of the first movie.
always watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
That's a pretty good impression. But yeah, the first movie, I'm not too familiar with the second, third. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, it was cool. It was all right. And then after that, I had my first churro at Disneyland or California Adventure. Better than Costco.
Everything's better than Costco's.
This is seasoned really well, though.
Yeah. I was very excited for him to try it. And then he took a bite, and I was just like, you know, being an annoying little creep and like staring at him and wanting to see what his reaction is and stuff. And then I took a bite because I haven't had one in 9 years. And I was like, oh no. I'm like, Aries is not going to like this. I've been hyping these churros up for ever since I've known him. And I'm like, because the churros that we got were not fresh. So I'm just like, oh, great. He's just going to think that these are trash and that we don't know what we're talking about, all this stuff. But what was going through your head that first time you took a bite?
So as you see in the video, I had to do the cigar sniff with the churro just to get the full sense of the cinnamon and sugar on there, baby. Smell great. So my standard and my bar for a good churro isn't anything crazy. It's Costco and
Oh my gosh, no.
It's Costco and Del Taco.
Costco's churros are absolute trash. I don't care if you got, for me, like, I hate it. Costco, the original one you used to have was way better when I was little. And then you got rid of it. You came back. You made it look all fancy. So I said, no, it tastes disgusting.
But Continue. They cheap, baby.
Not worth it.
So that's my bar. So it's nothing crazy. I just haven't had a good churro.
The bar was extremely low.
Yes. A midget could step over it probably. But this churro, even though it wasn't fresh, the taste of it was magnificent. They coated that baby real nice. I respect the taste of it. I guess. Yeah,
Disney is not stingy with the cinnamon sugar, okay? The rest of y'all are, and it's nice and crunchy. Fluffy on the inside. It's really long. It's great. But the fact that you still liked it, even though it wasn't fresh, just goes to tell you how good they are. So
each churro was about $5 and
$5.75. They are now $5.75.
We probably spent like $60 worth of churros that on this 4 days.
I could probably do the math on that.
Maybe a little bit more.
I'll do it and then put it right here.
Maybe a little bit more, but any churro thing I saw, I was definitely going to that churro cart to get one because
we definitely got like at least 2 a day.
They're amazing, man. So after the first churro experience, Liz wants to buy some Disney pens. I had my Disney pens.
I was on the hunt for my first Disney ears from Disneyland.
Oh, churro!
Because I saw these churro ones. Because I bought all my stuff, all our outfits and like things we were going to wear like beforehand, like leading up to it. Because I've been to Disneyland before, so I know how expensive like everything can get. I'm like, oh no, I'm not waiting. And I for some reason every time we go to Disneyland, even being my extra self, I never wore like Disney stuff to Disneyland. Oh, come baby.
Our cat is shy to come in front of the camera and come into the studio, but there she is. Come here.
Come on, Boomy. Anyways, cat parents. But what was I even talking about? I don't remember now.
Your
I'm
churros.
distracted. Oh, my churro ears. Yeah. And so I really wanted to get churro ears because I already had a churro shirt that I've had for a long time. And I'm obsessed with the churros. Like, ask Aries. Like, I always talk about it after all these years. So I wanted the churro ears. And I saw them. I'm like, why are they so expensive? I found out that they sell them for cheaper at Disneyland. So I was on the hunt. I saw it at the last store that we were passing on our way out of California Adventure. So me and my brother-in-law spotted it. Went and got it, and then I bought my first Disney pin. So I'm just like, first Disney ears, first Disney pin. I was very happy. And then we took a midday break.
And it was really cool. I had my pins is not. Yeah, I had my. Are those called pins?
Pins. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
No.
Buttons.
Buttons. I had buttons as well.
Yeah, he got
Different
those
from
later
pins.
in the day.
But yeah, I got my first first time at Disney, and then happy birthday.
Oh, you should have brought it down.
Yeah, so that was cool to wear. So my sister and her husband are big on like midday breaks. They've been to Disneyland many, many times. They've treated multiple siblings and my mom to Disneyland, and they're really.
And they stay for like multiple days.
So they're very strategic of how they go about their days, right? So they have midday breaks where they kind of, take a break, sleep, shower, whatever they have to do. And then they go, strong, in the evening time. So we had a midday break. I was absolutely exhausted at 12. I was exhausted because I barely got any sleep the day before. I was running on fumes. I was tired, but Liz here doesn't like to take breaks. She could barely even sit still in the hotel room. I was snoring my head off.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah, as soon as we got back to the hotel room, like this guy like hit the bed snoring immediately. Like that's how tired he was. I thought I was going to look forward to the midday break because like we had rolled in late the night before. Only got a few hours of sleep to get up early for rope drop, all that. But nah, I was full of energy. I was full of adrenaline. Like I could not, like I tried to get myself to like relax and sleep, but I couldn't. So I was just finding things to keep myself occupied inside while I was like staring at the window. I'm like, the sun's out. But I'm like, I refixed my hair because I forgot that there's humidity in California. I was like, why did I bother like spending time curling my hair? So I recurled it and like got some pictures and videos of my outfits because again, I was very proud of my outfits that I put together for this trip. And then I was just like editing stuff and posting things on like Instagram and all that and just trying to pass the time. But yeah, y'all took like, what, a 3-hour, 45-minute nap? I'm like, yeah. So I thought that I could rest and take a nap during that time, but I could not. But I'm also a person who likes to go all day at the theme parks. I like to be there when it opens, stay until they kick us out, and just ride the rides all day. If I'm taking breaks, it's to like go eat food. But Aries is the exact opposite, so which is fine. But yeah, so Monday was definitely a hard adjustment for me middle of the day because I could not get myself to sleep.
So we get the break, and then the first thing that we do when we go back to Disneyland is, well, first off, I get to experience walking through Disneyland and, get to see the castle.
The actual Disneyland.
I will say, though, when I first saw the castle, I was kind of underwhelmed. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, my gosh.
So I thought they were all kind of like big castles.
It is a big castle.
Well, not the one compared to like Disney World.
You haven't been at Disney World.
I've seen it though on TV, and on the pictures that got sent, it looked bigger. So I was kind of a bit underwhelmed. I thought it was gonna be like a bigger thing. But yeah, it was all right.
Magic is lost on you.
I'm just keeping it real with you guys. And then we had to go hunt for Sweethearts Night. We had to like sign up and get our passes for the Sweetheart Night that was happening that night. And then the first ride that we did after the break, we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
How'd you like that?
Yeah, it was okay. I respect the history of it. I guess it's like the first ride that was there, or was it like one of the first rides at Disneyland?
I mean, I'd believe that. I don't know that for a
And
fact.
I would believe that too because of just how everything looks. It kind of has that like old feel to it. But yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember like liking it more than I did going again, but I think it's because the last time I went, we just kept going on it because it was like a quick ride to get on, and especially going in the summertime, we're trying to get out of the heat.
Yeah, it was very, very humid and muggy. As the closer you get to the boat and get on the ride, I was kind of like dying a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was a little humid in there, and that little small thing staying in line.
Poor people. But then Aries learned that the Pirates of the Caribbean movie series is actually based off of the ride and not the other way around.
And I thought that was cool, a cool fact for that. But yeah, solid ride. There's a restaurant right to the side of you when the ride begins, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Nice little scenery. I did not know that's where we would be having dinner for that night. So
yeah, so you get off the ride, like the exit, like to the right, there's a little shop, and then to the left, it's literally the entrance to the restaurant.
Blue Bayou. That was our dinner for the night.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That is amazing.
Tuesday. And we will post, videos of what we had in our dinner. So I got the roasted chicken. I will say the chicken itself was good. It was a juicy chicken, a good sized chicken. I will say though, that plate for that price is kind of crazy. Like it was like almost $50.
It's like 30 or 40.
It's like 45 something.
It was 30 or 40 because that's what I have. I looked it up.
Yeah, it's like 45 for my thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, because I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I swear it was like 40 something.
Yeah, I put the prices on all of the thing on my stories. I mean, real, but go ahead.
But yeah, that's still pricey for that plate. I thought the chicken was good. That's probably the best thing I had at dinner. But yeah, it was all right.
From the descriptions and everything, I really wanted to get that too. But whenever we go out to eat, I like to get something different from him so we can, especially since we're at Disney, want to try as many different stuff as possible. So I'm like, hey, I got to order something else. And I mean, what I tasted of his tasted pretty good and all that. It wasn't what I was expecting it to look like when it came out because the way they described it kind of sounded like gumbo or something.
Yeah. And then Liz got the lemon basil pesto pasta. Mm-hmm. And that was okay. I had a bite of hers.
Yeah, it was okay.
I thought the flavor was a little bit lackluster, a little bit.
Yeah, I was sad. Like there was a lot more flavor when I got in the middle and got some of like the lemon in it, but
the basil and the pesto. I mean, it just wasn't really hitting like that. No.
I mean, we still ate all of it, of course, but yeah, so it was okay.
Yeah. And then for dessert, we had the brown butter banana upside down cake.
Careful.
Look at that banana.
The presentation.
Okay, dig in.
It's a piece of cake right there.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a hard banana. Pause. Sorry.
Man. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I think she was only a fan of it.
I thought you liked it, but you just didn't love it as much as I did.
So the first bite was good. Anything after that, I was like, this is just way too much. Like, Usually I'm okay with like rich stuff, but
Like
I think
too much. What?
I think I really don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I just know like
I wish I could put my finger back up on it.
the and how dense the cake was was not I was not feeling that.
I could have eaten that whole plate by myself.
Yeah, I thought that was the worst thing I had at the place. So
Rude. That was the best part of that restaurant.
I like your pasta better than that.
No freaking way. No.
So
anyways, we'll both have very different tastes in desserts. So but no, it was bomb. If you like Banana Foster, you would have loved that.
oh yeah, go ahead. But if you don't, then of course
Yeah,
you
don't take him.
Yeah. And then after dinner, the first ride that we went on was the Haunted Mansion. I really enjoyed the Haunted Mansion. The part where like the ghosts or the spirits are kind of like all in one place and like dancing together. That was really, really cool.
It's cool.
That was a little bit better than I thought. What I was expecting. So yeah, it was cool.
You didn't like the being in the room where it like looks like it's stretching.
Oh, I forgot about that
beginning?
actually. Yeah, that was trippy. That was really, really trippy. But yeah, I wish I could go on that during Halloween or something. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah. And then after the ride, that's when I got Zero right here. I was on the hunt for this guy, and I found Zero. Here, turn the light on. Turn the light on.
Look at that thing.
He's so cute. My sister tried to steal it from me. How dare.
But yeah, after the Haunted Mansion, we went on Thunder Mountain. And this ride is my sister's favorite ride. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, surprisingly. Like I really enjoyed
I
that.
was shocked that you liked it because it's a roller coaster. But it's not as
it's not intense.
big as the other roller coasters.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably on the better half of the upper half of like the list of like rides that I went on. It was a solid ride.
We went on multiple times that night.
Yeah. And then
with the lightning pass. Skipping over everyone.
That's definitely the way to go, is to have that pass and skip the line. That's definitely the way. Is it worth the money? I don't know how much it costs because my brother-in-law did everything for that.
Yeah, because he got the package with the tickets that like included like a lightning multi-pass. So we could get lightning pass for the majority of the rides.
This man was literally on his phone refreshing everything to see like where the lines are.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
fantastic.
they have a Disneyland app. They didn't have that the last time that I went, and it's insane. You can literally do everything on that app. You can play games on the app throughout the park, which I didn't learn until after we left. But you can go on there because they did away with the fast pass, which what it was when I was there. I think they changed it to like Genie something at some point, and now it's like the Lightning Pass. But instead of having to go, however they did it before, I don't know, because I had people doing that for me too when I went. But you literally just find it on the app and sign up or whatever it's called for it to get a specific time. And our brother-in-law is like, I know it looks like I'm playing a game the whole time, but he kept like refreshing the page to see if we could get an even earlier time slot with it.
My guy was totally on it. Like,
oh no, it would not have been the same without him and all of his like planning and staying on top of things. Like we definitely would not have been on as many rides as we did without him. So shout out to you, Corey, real MVP.
And then after Thunder Mountain, we went to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway
at Toontown.
I thought Toontown was cool. So I try to think back to this ride. I think I got it confused with another ride because I was like, that ride wasn't that good. But remembering what this ride was, I was like, okay, I did like this ride.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Because when we were talking before, I'm like, I thought you really liked it. And you're just like, I'm like, what? You were so excited. It's the one where we're just like, how are they making the fountain look like that? Me and Aries are so fixated on how they like made this like paper fountain like look the way that it did and move the way it did. We just kept like staring at it. Like I'm still like,
the detail in this ride is absolutely insane.
Like the thing I love about Disney is they really do focus on the details.
They were showing out.
Go.
They were showing out in this ride with like what was happening. Again, the fountain. And, like, I don't know how they did that, but
it was really cool. Obviously, we're a little hung up on that, but no, that was really fun. That was a new ride. They didn't have that the last time that I went there, so I really enjoyed it and stuff. And I wasn't expecting what happens at the beginning of just walking to go up to the ride. I'm not going to reveal anything if you've never been on it, so you can be shocked for yourself. But yeah, the movie theater part of it was really cool.
yes, that was cool. And then we went on, Sweethearts Night that night. So it was like an event, or people who are just regularly there and not have passes to the event clear it out early, and the people who did have the passes.
The park closed like 2 hours earlier than it usually does for the night that they have these like special events. So if you were there and had like a regular park pass, sorry, but you got the boot. You had to be out like by 8 o'clock and stuff. Like I remember when we were going on one of the rides, it was like the storybook like boat ride. I can't remember what it's called. And so that was the first one that like we were going on, and then they were like denying people because they didn't have the passes like we did. Oh, I should have brought it down to show it, but yeah. It was pretty cool seeing that we were better than everyone else, but it was cool. But yeah, I've always wanted to be at Disney during like at least one of the holidays, or just during a time where they do like something extra special, because Disneyland's already special in itself, so anything extra, they go like above and beyond. But it's cool because, you know, it's leading up to Valentine's Day. They had like Disney couples out. The characters were like dressed up in like Valentine stuff. They had food specifically for like Sweethearts Night that was out. Even like Blue Bayou, like when we were there, they were like clearing out some tables and like putting like roses on them and like the specific Sweetheart Nights menu. And they had like a map that shows you where like all the different food stuff was. They had like photo op moments. You could take pictures with like the characters, or just like a really cool like prop thing, which I really wanted to do, but the lines were like hella long. Like we probably would have stood in one line for like the whole night just to get one picture. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to do anything like that, definitely get there earlier, like with us, because we got to be there beforehand, which is why we had like the lanyards and stuff, so they knew not to kick us out. But I would definitely find where they're going to have the photo spots and be one of the first ones there, so you can at least get that at least one of them in, and then, you know, still enjoy yourself at the park and stuff.
Yeah, and then, like you said, we did the Storybook Land boat ride or whatever. Really romantic setting.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. It was cute.
But when so they kind of go through like this river, and like they show you like little small castles or whatever. Not small, but good sized castles, or
like mini
villages or
miniature
something.
Versions of different lands and stuff.
And when it's behind you, you have to like break your back to like look at it. So
oh my gosh.
that was all right. Yeah, that was cool. And then after that, we did the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn? Mm-hmm. Overrated, uncomfortable. That line is way too damn long for that ride.
Yeah, I would never go on that ride if we didn't have a lightning pass. Like, I don't understand why those of you that stand in a normal line actually wait to get on it, because you literally just going on a circle up the mountain in a tiny little bobsled and like getting whiplash every single time. Like, it's not comfortable. It does not feel good. Is like the only plus is that you get to see like the park from a different perspective, but
I definitely messed up my back during that ride. Probably.
My neck.
Well, one of
my back.
the turns, I was like, ah. I was like, yeah. And then we watched the Sweethearts Night Parade.
Yeah, we went back to like the front of the castle, like between the castle and Main Street. And so, like, me and Aries tried getting a picture in front of the castle because we hadn't gotten a picture in front of it yet. But, and then because I guess they weren't doing, like, the big parades that I'm used to them doing while we were there. And so the fact that they were having, like, a mini version of it, So not Minnie as in Minnie Mouse, like a small version. But it's
so
cool.
cool though. Yeah, it was really cool.
I was glad that Aries got to experience that. That's probably like just the right amount that he would want to see of a parade, anyways. But no, it was cool because they had like this really pretty float, and they that had like some of the Disney couples on it. Like they had Mulan and Shane. They had the sisters from Frozen. And their guys, and then they even had Meg and Hercules, and I'm just like, I was freaking, I'm like, Meg, I love you, because I've never seen her at Disneyland before, so I thought that was cool. And they did the whole parade to True to Your Heart from Mulan by 98 Degrees and Stevie Wonder, so I'm like, I love that. I love a good throwback Disney song, so but yeah, that was cool. But how'd you feel about the parade? I think you went back to get like popcorn and churros before the parade started.
I did get a drink and a bucket of popcorn that cost like $15, I think.
That was later, but
but the parade was cool. Good job to the dancers. It's not easy to dance and smile and move up and down this street while trying to please everybody and look happy. So that was good.
Oh, yeah, we were hyping the dancers out. We was like, yes, dancers,
yeah, they were killing that, man.
Get it.
And then it says Royal Ball.
Yeah. You don't remember the Royal Ball?
I'm trying to.
It was like back closer to like Toontown. We sat in like the big theater. They had the lady and the guy singing your new favorite Disney song.
That was actually really cool. I enjoyed that little thing. And someone proposed to their significant other during that time too.
Yeah, so
cool.
It's like at the theater portion of Disneyland, and they had people singing like a song, and then they ushered in like all of the major Disney couples, so like all the princesses and their guys. And then they taught like a dance to the audience. So if you were like in front of the stage, you were like dancing along with them. We were sitting on the benches, like and stuff. But no, like it was cool. I was just like, pretending that these are like the real princesses, and like, oh my gosh, I love you, Aurora, Belkid and Jasmine, you look beautiful, and like all this stuff. But yeah, like Ari said, in the middle of like one of the dances, like a guy proposed to the girl. I'm like, what's everyone like cheering for? And I'm like, oh, someone got a Disneyland proposal. Woo!
And then we went through a lot more of the story rides.
Yeah, we went on the rest of them at Disneyland, even the ones that we should have skipped. But
I will say,
it's the only one that you should skip.
Peter Pan stands out to me as like my favorite story ride.
That's my favorite too.
It's amazing. They kind of have you like float in there, kind of like you're flying. It was pretty cool. It was amazing.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. Worst story ride.
Ooh, I can't even. Can you give me some?
Do you want me to tell you what my worst one is? I absolutely hate this ride. It's terrible. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Like, yes, please just take me through hell for absolutely nothing.
I don't even remember that one, to be honest with you.
You don't remember going through hell?
No, I don't. I thought Pinocchio was lame. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the story ones, but yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you have a favorite.
Yeah. And then after we had more food. We tried this garlic cheesy brat. Mm-hmm. It's like a pretzel bun with like a glizzy sausage in there with cheese. It was amazing.
Oh my God. There you go.
Big bag.
So it's like here, just stop, is it? So it's a bratwurst in. Ooh. Okay. We haven't been rating. So right now, what are we rating this out of 5? gosh, this is one of my favorite things that we ate there.
Absolutely. It was one of the best.
Our whole time there. And, like, when he asked me, like, do you want a bratwurst pretzel? And I'm just like, no, I'm good. Because in my head, I thought it was just, like, a piece of bratwurst that was, like, that had, like, a pretzel twisted around it. I'm just like, I'm okay. And then it came out, I was like, what is that? So I'm like, no, that was really good.
And then I had the bucket of popcorn that cost way too much money. But
yeah, like it costs extra because you bought it with the bucket. The bucket's supposed to be a keepsake. This guy threw it away, which I didn't realize until like way later. I'm like, hey, where's that popcorn bucket?
Yeah, I didn't know. So that sucks. And then we had
Lord help me.
so I didn't eat this, but we had my sister bought sour cherry loaded churro bites. You put all that together and that sounds absolutely just disgusting. Cherry tasting anything is enough, but
yeah, we're not cherry fans.
You want to put that on churros and chocolate? Absolutely not.
No, okay. It felt like they just took a stale churro and they just cut it up into small pieces and they threw it on some ice cream and put some like fake freeze dried fruit over it and stuff. I think Erin liked it though, but it definitely was not and up our alley for things. But yeah, so we just had one little bite and we let her kill it. So.
And then the last ride of the night, we did the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters.
Oh my gosh, this is like the one like game ride at Disney. I suck at.
I swear I thought I was hitting more targets than I was. I was like, where is my laser pointing at? Because you could barely even see it. So,
yeah, I'm like, I need a video describing exactly how to play, what's worth what points, and explaining what I'm doing wrong because
our sister was killing this game, like racking up points like crazy. I was like, what am I?
thought I was doing really well, and I look over and I have hardly any points.
They like quadrupled or
but it's still super fun. I love that ride.
It is.
But the whole day, like besides trying to find my like churro ears, I was on the hunt for this little guy, my little chef friend. My friend had told me about this before I went, and I'm just like, oh, that's genius. I want one. And then I had seen a bunch of people have these too, and I'm just like, okay. So every time I went to a store, I was looking for this, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And where do I find it? In the store as you're exiting off the Astro Blasters ride and stuff. There's a bunch of Ratatouille stuff in the store with all the Toy Story aliens, like, make that make sense. But, okay, but I found it. Well, Actually, Corey found it. Our brother found it. And so I'm like, Liz, I'm like, oh, finally. I'm like, I don't even care how much this is. Take my money. It's so cute. I love him. So, yes, I was very happy, and I got to find him at the end of the day. But, yeah. But, no, just, like, that whole night was really cool. It was, like, Sweethearts Night. They had, like, hearts projected on, like, the castle, on the Matterhorn, on It's a Small World ride, which I'm so happy was closed while we were there because that ride is terrible and annoying. But, but no, it was just cool. Like, this is the whole ambiance of the whole night. And they were, like, actually playing music throughout the whole park, too, which is cool. Now, how did you feel about, like, the Sweethearts Night experience?
I thought it was cool to have a lot of people leave. That was nice. Kind of have, like, more space to, like, just roam and stuff.
Yeah, because I think they were open till, like, 1 or 2 a.m., which is a lot later than they are open for, like, even on the weekends. But I think we left, like, before midnight.
Yeah. So that kind of ends our first day there. It was a lot. It was a lot to experience in one day for me, who has never been here before. But I thought there was really, really cool moments throughout the day. I did end the day with like 22,000 steps, which is absolutely insane for me. Usually I average like 10 or 9,000, but your boy was moving.
With his job and everything, but yeah. But no, it was fun. But first day we also had like our somewhat matching Disney customized jerseys that we got too.
Yeah, those
are
like,
and I wore this hat. We had our Mickey baseball caps on. So, but no, that was cool. I'm like, oh, we get to do this. And then yeah, day 2, Every day we started a little later than the day before, but
yeah, day 2 we had a breakfast in the park with Minnie and friends
at the Plaza Inn at Disneyland.
Yes. So we get there and we're greeted by Minnie at the door, which is really, really cool. We got a picture with her.
She loved Aries' shirt, by the way.
I mean, it was a hard shirt thanks to her. She found it. It was the Outcast album cover, but it was like the Lion King characters instead of Andre and Big Boy. But yeah, that whole breakfast with friends and stuff and like the character breakfast. So for that with me, I was like really awkward because, again, I'm not huge into Disney like my other siblings are, my wife is. So having the characters come up to us while we're eating, it was a lot for me. I was really awkward. I didn't know how to interact.
I thought he was actually enjoying it because he was interacting with the characters. I'm like, oh, he's having a good time. And then he tells me he's like, that was like the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah, I couldn't really lean into it like how my siblings and my wife was, and I thought they did a great job kind of interacting with the characters. But for me, I was super awkward. It was a lot to get into. I'm not like that because it was really awkward for me. So.
New Chippendale. Chip, I'm ready for action. Let's move it. Let's go, baby. I'm in.
Rescue Rangers!
Oh, I'm not used to it.
Hey!
Breaks what?
We love you, Pooh! Goodbye! Yay! We made it.
The food was okay. It wasn't, blow your mind type food. It's just kind of normal cafe food, I would feel like.
Yeah, it was cafeteria style. But I'm like, I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
Stuff.
Yeah, it was
It
cool.
was better than I thought it was going to be. They had like cute little mini waffles, like mini shaped waffles, but they had like banana Foster's sauce too. So I put that all over that in my French toast, which was my favorite thing that we had there. So yeah, I loved the experience. That was probably one of my favorite things that we did there. I asked our and sister the night before because I'd never been to a character breakfast. Well, I guess my mom took me when I was little, but I don't remember. I'm like, I didn't know what to expect. And I'm like, okay, so out of the outfits I have left for that are Disney characters, I have a Maleficent one and I have a Winnie the Pooh one. Which one should I wear? And they're both just like, Winnie the Pooh. I'm like, okay, but I didn't realize that he was going to be there. So, and it's probably my favorite outfit that I wore the whole time that we were there and stuff. But like, I loved meeting the characters. I loved interacting with them. And we were waiting for like Pooh to come around. Or even just like first sitting down at the table, the lady at the table next to us, she's like, oh, I thought you were Pooh coming around because I did my outfit so well. But we had met like all the characters. We even met some of the characters twice. Pretty sure there were like different people underneath the costumes and stuff that came around and didn't realize that we had already seen. So we were trying to like pretend it was like the first time and be like all excited all over again. Like, hey again. But and then Pooh finally came around and he actually spent a lot of time with me, which I absolutely love. Like I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. So come from me. But all the characters I absolutely love. So it was really cool. So I had my new bestie and everything. Wanted me to leave with him and leave Aries behind, but always gonna stay with my man. So
and then after that breakfast, the first ride that we went on, of course, had to be the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh ride.
Yes, I loved it. I'm like, I don't remember going on that before. I'm like, if like I had seen it for the first time, but I really enjoyed it, especially being decked out as Winnie the Pooh and stuff too. And then I got my little Winnie the Pooh here and wore him on my backpack the rest of the day. I'm a little obsessed, obviously, but he's nice and cozy here on the mic stand. So,
and then we did Indiana Jones. So I've never seen any of the movies, but the ride was magnificent. It was insane.
It's so crazy.
It was great.
He's never seen Indiana Jones. You can skip the last one, but yeah, no, I was very excited for him to experience that. Like, for all of our millennials out there, if you ever grew up watching Legends of the Hidden Temple,
Yes, that's exactly what I was comparing the stuff to. So yeah, but yeah, it was an amazing ride. Again, it's probably gonna be top 5 rides for me that I experienced. Indiana Jones is gonna be up there. Great ride. The storytelling and everything during this ride too was dope. The final drop when it's like, I don't know exactly what's happening. Are the balls coming or something, and then it like drops. That was kind of insane.
it's coming at you, and then
we drop. That's good. But yeah, that was a fantastic ride. And then we go back to Thunder Mountain again. Again, it's a fantastic ride. And then we go to Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Now, Star Wars is probably the best thing that I got to see. Like,
I agree.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Hands down. And mind you, neither of us are like the biggest Star Wars fans. I wouldn't call us Star Wars haters at all. We like it, we appreciate it, and all that stuff. We're just not like super fans. We're not like obsessed with.
I'm not going to
Star
sit there and
Wars.
watch the movie like a lot of you guys. Like, that's insane. No.
Yeah, I mean that's like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings for us, but
especially these newer movies are kind of not good. So yeah.
Anyways, but even not being like completely obsessed with Star Wars like a lot of other people are, like, gosh, they did such an incredible job with the Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge. Like, as soon as we walked in, like I immediately video called my mom and stuff because she's one of the people that is like completely obsessed with Star Wars and stuff. She definitely cried more than once
from the phone, like video chat, like crying, like
like it's just so like they made it so big and vast. Like, you really feel like you're on one of those like planets in Star Wars, like in a completely different world. And they got like, the characters walking around. They got stormtroopers walking around. They had Kylo Ren. Because I guess we don't do Darth Vader anymore, but okay. But no, it was really, really cool. Probably my favorite place at Disney because they didn't have that. That wasn't built when I was there.
Yeah, it's amazing. Again, the detail and everything. It was fantastic.
Disney details.
The food that we had here, so we had puff bread.
The polystarch puff bread.
So the texture was interesting to me for this puff bread. I think it feels a little bit softer. It'd be great.
It's because it's like it almost looked like fondant on the outside, like it was really thick. Like, looking at it, I thought it was going to be super sweet, and I would only be able to take like one bite and be done. Like, me and sweets, I can only have so much of it, but I actually really liked it. It wasn't as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't like too strong or anything, so I was able to eat. Like,
I think the glaze on it was a bit too like hard. I was like, I'm
very curious to find out like what that actually is. I don't know, because I had it like after he had already eaten like half of it, and I think he had it like in his pocket, so it was also squished. So I don't know what it was supposed to look like in the beginning. I was too busy exploring everything and like oohing and awing at everything and showing my mom, and then it's like, oh yeah, let me try that. But yeah, no, that was pretty good.
And then our first ride, we went on Smuggler's Run. Now,
I had no idea what to expect.
You're kind of like broken up into like a team of like 5 maybe. Six. And you have your own little portion, like a spaceship, almost like you're in a battlefield or something, which is really, really cool. So my brother-in-law was
one of the
pilots, and
so you each get a different role. You have a different task during the ride that determines if you're going to die or not.
We were the shooters. My sister and brother-in-law were the pilots, and then we had other 2 people who were just
engineers.
There you go. And my brother-in-law really played into the whole thing. I think he made that ride.
He made it so much more fun.
We
were pretending that like everything was actually happening.
Absolutely.
And once again, my arms were shot.
This guy was killing it. I mean, my brother-in-law really did his thing on that ride. I think he made it fun for the 2 other people that we didn't know that just joined our party. They really enjoyed it too. So hats off to you, my guy. And then we had some more. We went and got a drink. We got the, how you say that? The juice.
Mailaroon? I don't really know. I feel like all the stars who are going to come for me right now.
But I'm telling you, this juice is amazing.
Yeah, so we're not alcohol drinkers, so the fact that there was, because they have a lot of alcoholic drinks at Disney, but I'm like, yay, something I can drink. And no, it tasted really good. It's my favorite drink that we had.
Y'all be getting drunk up there in the galaxy, huh?
That's really the whole
heavy
reason
drinkers
that some
up there, huh?
Go, literally.
So the juice was amazing. Like, it has a little bit of a little sour, but it's not too sour.
It's very
tart.
refreshing. Had a lot of flavor and stuff. We killed that.
It'll be amazing in the summertime.
Me and Aries were sharing like everything that we had there, but like, nah, get your own drink.
Yeah, I bet that would like hits crazy in the summertime. And then
the
next ride that we went on, Rise of the Resistance. So this is the other ride that I was saying 1 and 2. Like, it switches off 1 and 2 for me. This is the other ride for me. This became
my new favorite ride.
This whole thing to where like they capture you and like the good guys break you out and like and everything.
It was a very like immersive thing. It's almost like we were role playing. It's like it's like, oh, this is what's going on. We have to help them. Like, we're a part of the resistance, whatever. They're going to take us to like a secret, like safe location. We're meeting up with everyone else. And then we're like they lead us out to the spaceship. Like, we're walking on the spaceship and like, they just did everything so well. And then we like get captured and stuff. And then we're on, the giant ship where like Kylo Ren is and all that stuff. And you walk out and it was huge.
It was huge.
Like, you really felt like you were like on the set or something.
And in part of this, there was a moment where we go through these doors and the whole like the stormtrooper army was just standing right there. That was like a breathtaking moment for me to see that on this ride. It was like breathtaking. Like, I was speechless. Like, that was the most amazing moment of this experience, probably.
Yeah, so walking out and seeing the stormtroopers, that's the only thing that I've ever seen of this ride. And that's one of the reasons I was so excited to do it, because I'm like, if it looks so cool on video, I can't imagine what it'd be like in person. But yeah, and then again, we're like walking out. It's like we're really on this giant spaceship because they're like leading us to different parts of it. And so I don't know how they did it, but did a great job. But I'm pretty sure the workers there like love when they get to work this ride, because it's their job to like be mean and rude to us. So when as a Disney employee, like, you're supposed to be like nice and kind and helpful to everyone. So it's probably the only time they get to, if you're having a bad day, it's like, oh yeah, go put me on that ride, because then everyone else will think it's funny. But it's just like, it's like, no, you listen, come over here. Like, you're gonna give me lip? Yeah, I don't care. Back of the line.
And then after that ride, after that amazing experience, me and Liz kind of stayed around to walk around a little bit more of the galaxy, the Star Wars galaxy. We tried on cloaks. That was really cool.
I was surprised you liked it so much.
Yeah, it was a nice fit. I saw some people casually just walking around with their cloak on. I was like, damn, that's kind of.
I'm like, man, after he tried it on, he was so excited. He wanted me to try it on too, and stuff. Like, I wanted to buy like a whole full-on outfit from Star Wars and just walk around, but that cloak itself was like over $100. Like,
I was shocked a little bit.
Maybe in the future if I take my mom, but.
So me and Liz stayed around just to explore more, and we did get some more food. Mm-hmm. We tried the Ronto wrap.
Spot here in the Star Wars galaxy. It's like pita bread with some kind of like sausage, hot dog situation. get any of the sausage in our bite, but it's good so far. There's chicken in there too? Oh, we got a close up.
Like chicken or something.
Nice. Good spot.
So it's good. I wish the flavor was more. I wish the sauce was a little bit better, but I think it's good. It's good. Real solid choice.
Right. It has a lot of flavor. Well, it has flavor, but it could. I see what you're saying. It could use more and stuff, but it's not like it's a bad bite. You know.
What is it?
It's like
What would you call
a hot dog or something, and like a pita bread. So
Pita
like
bread.
it looks like a like healthy taco and stuff, but it's like pita bread. You hold it like a taco, has like the sausage sticking out, paws, and then it has like coleslaw and like pieces of chicken and like this sauce.
It was fantastic.
It was very yummy. I'm really happy that we tried it because that's the thing that I wanted to try the most. At Star Wars Land, I also wanted to try the blue and green milk, but you know I didn't want to be the only one drinking it because he didn't want to eat it. I'm like, that's a lot to try for one person.
Yeah.
It's not real milk. They just call it milk. It's juice.
Oh, you should. I didn't know that. Should have told me that. I was like, I'm not about to drink milk.
Listen to me.
I'm not about to drink milk and like get my stomach
not
upset.
milk.
Oh yeah, no, thanks for clearing that up. And then we got some more food. We tried the Mickey shaped pretzel.
Aries is trying the Mickey pretzel.
It's all right.
It's just a pretzel.
You can find better pretzels at your mall.
Any? All right, babe. Out of 5, what do we rate the Mickey shaped pretzel? 1. I was so excited to try the pretzel. I didn't have the heart to tell him it was just a pretzel.
Absolutely terrible. Absolutely the worst thing I probably had.
Yeah, it's literally just a pretzel.
It
like
sucked. It sucked.
Wetzel's pretzels, Annie Ann's, like those pretzels are 100 times better. Like I feel like the one that we got was also kind of stale.
Yeah.
But we didn't know apparently that there's other pretzels that are like specialty pretzels and stuff that are supposed to be really amazing. I think because Aries, I think you had watched something or whatever, and that's why you're so excited to try the pretzel and didn't realize that it was one of the specialty ones. So wish I knew about that one, but you know, it is what it is. It was cool. It was shaped like Mickey. Move on.
And then we were able to get a picture in front of the Disneyland entrance, which was cool. I didn't know those things were free.
Well, I mean, you do have to pay for them, but the package with the tickets that they got for us also included like the free it included the photo pass, so you didn't have to pay extra for the pictures because they have like professional photographers or like, you know, photographers that have like a nice camera and in front of like different spots throughout like both parks and stuff, so you can get a nice picture and all that. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, we are going to do that. Because, like, when you walk into the entrance of Disneyland, there's, like, a big, like, green, like, mini hill, I guess you could call it. And they have, like, a Mickey face, like, right in the center, like, made out of, like, flowers or something. I have to think about that. But, yeah, we got a picture in front of there. We also, like, went through the castle and everything. Did you know you could go through the castle?
I did not. I thought it was just I didn't know you could even walk through it. I thought it was like on a land of water. Is that Disney World? Or you can walk through it as well at Disney World?
I'm assuming you can walk through it as well at Disney World, but I've never been, so I can't say.
Yeah, I don't know why from the, you know, when you watch a Disney movie, it shows the castle. I thought that's what the castle was going to be like, so I expected like water and stuff like this going to be on its own little island or something. That's why I expected.
Okay. Now I see why you thought there was going to be more, because you're focused
Yeah, I thought it was like what we saw in the movie.
on the intros to the movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But
I was like, where's the water at?
there was water.
And
It's
there
just,
was, but
not as, for the amount of water you thought it was going to be, would have been the entire park, babe.
So after that, we went to California Adventure and we tried some more food. It was Lunar New Year.
Yeah, Year of the Snake. So they decorated a lot of California Adventure for Lunar New Year, and they had like Lunar New Year gear, merchandise, food, and everything, which was really cool. They even had like a mini like Lunar New Year parade. They had like the dancing dragon and like all that stuff, which was really cool. I only saw a little bit of it because Aries wanted to go right by that, but that's fine. But yeah, because I had like a little PDF from before we went that someone had made of like all the Lunar New Year food that they had. I'm like, okay, well, we got to try this because we're never going to get to try this again. And yeah, I will say I was a bit disappointed overall. So disappointed. I thought I was going to be trying Lunar New Year food like every day. And after the 3 things that we had tried that night, we didn't try any more Lunar New Year food.
Yeah, the flavor for the most of these items that we tried for Lunar New Year, it just wasn't hitting, bro.
No. And I think, we might also be a little biased being like Polynesian and having a lot of good like Asian food beforehand. Like, I guess you shouldn't expect too much from like a theme park, but since it was Disney, I thought, I don't know, it'd be a lot better. We had like the red panda bow.
Lay down.
Hold on. Oh, gosh. Refocus. That one. What that looks like. Okay. Ooh, I like that color. Not bad. The sauce has a kick to it. There'll be all the chilies in it.
So the bows, I rate. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
4 out of 5. Wow. Generous.
The red chilies in this, I think it did the work.
Yeah, I feel like that's what gave it its flavor.
It was really good. So I'll give it a 4.
I know. I feel like I'm being very picky with my 4s. So I'll give it a 3.5. That one was good. It was fine. I feel like it was fun because it's not something that they usually have here. It's only for Lunar New Year. But yeah, like Ari said, this sauce is like what made it on its own. It's fine. It's fine. I think it would have been better if it was pork instead of the chicken.
You know what? Yeah, I'll change mine to 3.5 too. I changed mine.
Which was fine. It was okay and stuff. It definitely needed that sauce.
The sauce really boosted it up.
Yeah, I felt like the name was the most exciting part of it. But I feel like it would have tasted better if it had pork inside instead of the chicken. But that's just me. But and then we had like I got the the mini char siu shanks and stuff. Had a pineapple
pork shanks,
chutney and stuff. Oh yeah. Fire hazard. The meat itself doesn't really have a lot of flavor on it. All the flavor is coming from. It was okay. Like the flavor was good. I had to take a break because it was like spicier than I thought it was going to be, but it also wasn't like super fresh when I got it, and the meat didn't really have any flavor to it other than like the sauce that was on the outside. So it's like it really needed everything else. But yeah, it was okay.
And
I was
then,
expecting more.
yeah, and then I had the fire chicken wings.
Fire wings. What did you think?
Flavor's all right.
I'm taking a break from this because I'd like a kick. I'm not like Aries. I can't have a lot of spicy food. I have to take breaks. Well, because the flavor is really good, but I have to take a break from this. But I rate this. I feel like I was rating just the meat itself would probably be like a 2.5 out of 5. But like the rest of it like makes up for it. So I think overall I bump it up to like a 3.15.
Which were, again, kind of a letdown. I saw that they had the sauce on there. I thought the flavor was gonna be
You
more.
waited forever for that too. I'm like, I literally went to go grab my food while he was ordering his food, and went to the bathroom and came back, and he still didn't have his wings.
But yeah, the flavor for those wings were just not good. Not for me. What did we have for dinner that night? Didn't we go to?
That's what we ate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we went somewhere.
No, because we had a reservation at a restaurant every day, but that day was our breakfast.
Oh, I see. But yeah, that was kind of the end of our day for day number 2. I guess we can get to day number 3. Let's see. So we started at California Adventure for day number 3, and then we went to the Animation Academy.
Oh yeah, on the Hollywood part of California Adventure.
Yeah,
Or that room, they had all the big screens on every wall, and they show different Disney movies, not playing in movies, but it shows like the original like artwork, and like I can't think of the right word for it, but not sketches, but the original ideas for like what they would want the characters to look like or the movie to look like and stuff, while playing like music from that particular movie, which is really cool because like it wasn't the same thing on every screen. Every screen had a different thing on it too, so there's always something different to look at. So we kind of sat there for a bit, which was nice because it was raining. It was raining that morning, and so we came inside, took some shelter, and took that in. I loved being there. I was excited. We went, and I was nervous. I didn't think that would be like up Aries' alley of something that he'd enjoy.
But yeah, it was cool seeing the drawings and stuff like that, because I think that's one of the hardest jobs of working for these things and the animation of everything is people that have to draw this over and over again. But I'm sure it's different now. But and then we got some food after this, and we got some carne asada, or not carne, but asada fries. And the girls tried a deep fried pineapple,
which sounded really good, but I really don't recommend you get it. Carne asada fries, a curled. I see the curl now.
Look at shit.
This is a pineapple? Oh, what?
30 more seconds until this showtime with Mickey's Philhar Magic.
Good. Should a little warmer.
Like, I don't know, I thought it was just going to be, a deep fried pineapple. A pineapple that was like, had the batter on it, deep fry it, call it good. But we got it, it was a corn dog that had powdered sugar over it. I'm like, what the heck? And the pineapple is like a long chunk of pineapple on the inside. The pineapple itself was really good and juicy and right, but it's like took a bite. Like as soon as I picked it up, like it already fell off the stick. I'm like, oh, because it was so heavy. And then I took a bite and I'm like, And then I look, it was also covered in chocolate on the inside. I'm like, I've never had chocolate covered pineapple before, and I don't think I ever will again. Like it was interesting. Glad I got to try it, I guess, but never going to eat it again. If that's your kind of thing, go for it. But definitely wasn't what we were expecting. We ate the whole thing though, but never again.
Yeah, the fries were good too. The fries were good. I'm glad I didn't eat that.
They were like curved, like chips,
yeah,
or something.
I was not going to. Once I saw the chocolate with the pineapple, I said absolutely.
Yeah, Aries didn't even try.
I'm not even gonna try that. That's disgusting. But yeah. So the rides, we went on the Midway Mania.
The Toy Story ride again.
Yes, redemption time for some of us, but didn't really go that well.
Yeah, my whole goal going back on it was like, hey, I need to beat Corey because he was the one to beat, or I just need to at least do better than I did the last time. And lost to Corey and still did worse than the last time. It was like, oh my gosh, we were trying to do we spent too much time trying to do like the rocket thing and stuff that we ended up just losing out on too many points.
So we redid a lot of rides, Cars, Soarin', Indiana Jones. We went back to Disneyland and did Indiana Jones. And then we did go on a jungle cruise. That was okay. Not my favorite thing, but it was all right.
Nice, just little relaxing boat ride while you watch the fake animals. I will say there is like one part that I feel like they need to get rid of or change somehow. Because there's like a part where it's making it look like people are running away from like the animals that got loose and they're trying to shimmy up the pole to like get out of the reach. But there's like 4 of them, but because it's like an animatronic thing, like the way it's moving, like I'm sorry, but it looks like there's just 4 people on a pole humping the pole over and over again. I'm just like, am I the only one seeing this? What is happening right now? I'm like, okay, Disney, we can change. We can do better. I'm like, oh, if we had a little kid with us, it probably would have covered their eyes. Like, ow, I keep hitting my head on this thing.
And then me and wifey went to Tiana's place, or Palace.
Palace, yeah.
Tiana's Palace. And we had some gumbo, house gumbo. We tried some beignets, and we had the cornbread. So good. Am I crazy for this? My sister and brother-in-law went on the Splash Mountain. Is that what it's called? Or
yeah, it was originally Splash Mountain. They changed it to Tiana's Bayou now.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't want to get wet.
No. It was early in the day. I was not going to get wet.
It was already raining.
So yeah, I'm cool.
I didn't want to ruin my outfit.
So yeah, we went to go get our big back activities on and got more food. And I will say, house gumbo again, one of the best things that I tried on this trip.
For
the
sure.
gumbo was amazing.
So good. And it was really good when you mix the cornbread into it too. Hot tip.
The beignets, so they were
So excited to try these.
look good on the outside, but when you bite into it, it's very hollow. It wasn't. It was just not hidden like that.
Yeah, but they also weren't hot when we got them either.
Nah,
Because when you go in, I will say I was excited to go to see Tiana's Palace because they didn't have that there the last time I was there. But I don't know, because I thought they were gonna make it look more like how she imagined her restaurant looking.
From the outside of it, I was like, I didn't think the inside would look like that.
Yeah, and you go on the inside and it's like a lot smaller, and it's like you're just going to like a mini IKEA restaurant.
So it's like a U-shaped.
It's like a cafeteria.
Yeah, it's like a
style
U-shaped
thing.
cafeteria thing. You slide your tray and they put the food out and so.
Yeah, but like the only like hot fresh thing that we actually got was the gumbo, and the beignets were cold. So I'm like thinking maybe if they were fresh, we would have liked it more, because I mean, other than that, like it tasted good. It was covered in powdered sugar. I had like the honey on it and stuff was good. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be as hollow as it was.
So I think the meal together, it was a good meal, but individually, again, gumbo rated high.
The best.
Cornbread was okay, but the beignets were very disappointing.
Yeah, especially like Tiana's beignets. I'm just so like, I always said I wanted to have Tiana's beignets, and then we had Tiana's beignets at Disneyland. It was just like, wow, wow, wow.
But after this, we did go to downtown Disney.
Aries' first time.
And we did find this place kind of down there. It's called the Beignets
Express.
Yeah, the Beignets Express.
Let's see. Before.
Well, thank you guys.
I mean, you've just been treating us this entire trip, so yeah.
You made us found, you know the best ones.
Dude, they dropped us a fifth one. Bonus, baby.
Yeah, yeah. The buddy sauce.
Yeah, smoking.
Thank you for putting us on.
And this is where my sister and brother-in-law go to get their beignets.
Yeah, they said that these beignets are better than the ones at Disneyland. Mind you, I'd never had any of the Disneyland beignets, and I really wanted to try the Mickey Mouse-shaped ones because they looked more fluffy and good, and we were dying to try it. But fortunately, we didn't try any of those. But the beignets that we had at Downtown Disney, bomb.
Please go there, guys.
They're literally making it fresh, like, in front of us, like, with the dough and, like, all that. And, oh, no, it was good. And they had this, like, what was it, like a raspberry jam thing with it, too.
Oh, my gosh. It was amazing. My brother-in-law said we had to get the jam and put it on there. Definitely, it was a good thing that we did.
Yeah, and I had to eat my beignet slowly. Well, I'm already a slow eater anyways, but because it was actually, like, piping hot. Like, it literally just came out of the fryer or whatever they cook it in. And stuff, like, but it was so good. I got to be the one to shake the bag with the powdered sugar, so.
And then while we were down there in downtown Disney, I did buy my first clothing from Disneyland.
He did. His shorts.
And my shorts. I like the shirt. I've been wearing it a lot since we got back.
It was a gift from his sister.
So I was going to buy this, and I saw the price, and I was like,
yeah, me and Aries really want to buy them, and then, like, look, mind you, when I was there last time, I got a sweater, a Disneyland sweater there, which I still have. great quality. They will last a long time. And a sweater cost me $50 and stuff. So I thought the shirt would cost less, but 9 years later, this shirt's like what, 70, $75?
Yeah, 80-ish.
The 80 one was the like gold
That
one that we saw.
was
Like
fire.
then we saw, we're like, ooh. This one was like, and then you look at the price, you're like, ooh, okay, walking away. But I kind of wish we just would have bought them anyways because we're just gonna keep wearing them.
But yeah, I love the print on this. But yeah, I really like the shirt. I've been wearing the shirt a lot since we got back. So,
And they have a zip up hoodie version of it too.
which a lot of people were wearing. So, but yeah, got some clothing, and then
And we just walked out around downtown Disney for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I think they took their midday break. We stayed behind, took our break at Disneyland. I'm like, no, if I'm gonna take a break, I want to stare at the castle. I got more churros, and we just sat on a bench in front of the castle, like some homeless people, and just sat there for a while.
and then we went back to California Adventure later on, and because we had a reservation at Carthay Circle.
Oh, my favorite restaurant.
Now I'll tell you this: from the appetizers to the entrees, this place was amazing.
Imagine if you got the dessert too.
So we got the
Croquettes.
yeah. So those were amazing. And then we had some Brussels sprouts as well, which are really, really good.
Top 3 Brussels sprouts ever.
Yeah. Yeah, those were really, really good.
I never thought I would have Brussels sprouts like that before.
And then you got I think my brother and sister got the squash.
Paella. No, they got the paella.
Oh, the paella.
I got the squash gnocchi with like the braised short ribs and stuff. And oh my gosh, it was so good. The meat was so tender. It was so flavorful. I think that was one of the only meals I didn't finish. It was the first meal I didn't finish at Disneyland and stuff. But oh my gosh, it was so good. And you got like some thick pork chop looking steak thing.
So yeah, the thick cut of this pork chop looked like a ribeye, thick steak almost.
How's your guys' paella?
Perfect. Delicious.
They had like pomegranates sprinkled on top of it as well to give it a little bit of some good taste. It was amazing. I killed my dinner.
Little chef approved.
But so yeah, that whole Carthay Circle experience, amazing. It's like really, really fancy restaurant inside.
Probably the fanciest restaurant that you can eat at Disney. It was my second time going there, and The food has never disappointed. They make it look like old school Hollywood, like Snow White and stuff, which is really cool. But no, our waitress was amazing. The food was amazing. If you can go, definitely book your reservation and like save up and just get the food. It's going to be amazing. I was pretending that we were watching The Bear, watching all the the chefs in the kitchen and the waiters and whatever you call them, like doing their something like, oh dang, this is The Bear.
But yeah, after dinner, that was it for me for the night. I went back to the room, the hotel room, and I was tapped out for the day. I thought I was over people and walking, so I just went back to the room and chilled.
Over fun and joy.
All right.
But yeah, I stayed behind for a few more hours with brother and sister, and we went on some more rides. We walked around. Like, I had seen the parts of California Adventure I'd never been to, like going like behind the pier and around. So that was really cool. It was still like, it was pouring rain at that point, and so I was still so full because we had just eaten dinner and stuff, that they went and got the Jack Num Nums. It's like this giant chocolate chip cookie, which I really wanted to try, but like I could not take another bite because it's literally right after we had just eaten. But and then we went on a couple more rides. We sat down for a bit because we were waiting out because World of Color was going on that night. I'm really bummed that Aries left early because I wanted him to experience that, because it's so different being there and seeing World of Color. It's like this. I describe it as like the Bellagio like fountain show on crack. Like they project like Disney stuff onto the water, so it's like you're watching like a magical Disney movie on the water, and they have fireworks and like a whole thing. They had a mini Lunar New Year version before like the actual show. But yeah, I almost cried, and then I did cry during one part. It's like you don't understand unless you're actually there. And we're watching it in the rain too. And then after that was done, then we headed back, and I was just like, I had to like all the videos because I wanted to show Aries what he missed out on and try and make him jealous and make him mad that he left us. But yeah, it is what it is.
I did go to Cold Stone. That was right next to our hotel that night, which is really, really good. Shout out to Cold Stone right there. Thank you. So let's go to our last day, Friday, February 8th. So we had a brunch reservation at the Lamplight Lounge,
which is in California Adventure. So
fantastic.
That was so cool
experience.
I had no idea that that's what that thing was that you always walk past. Look at us. This is so cool. So fun. But yeah, it's like you walk down this like spiral stairs, and where we were eating, like we walked past like the indoor restaurant, and they let us out onto this like outside deck on the water. Boomy, say hi. Say hi.
Hi, Boomy. Cute. This is our furry cat.
This is Boomy. She's beautiful. And this is our daughter, okay? Yeah. Oh, speaking of daughters, speaking of children, like the amount of strollers that are just laying around Disneyland.
That was a shocker to me too.
And stuff. Let me just tell you, like, as a married couple who has no children, this was great birth control for me, because way too many strollers, and then seeing like all these kids like not listening to their parents and like whining, complaining, all this stuff. I'm like, oh heck no, I could never bring little kids. So shout out to all you parents who actually bring your very young kids to Disneyland, because I could never. I'm like, they would need to be at a certain age for me to be able to take them and stuff. Like, do you remember when we were like eating our churros in California Adventure, where there's like this mom who's like holding her son out like this because he had like peed his pants or something. I'm just like, oh, bless your soul, mama, but I could not. Yeah. I could not. She looked like she was struggling though. She went straight up to. I thought she went up to like some strangers to ask like for help, but then realized after they were talking that they knew each other. So I'm like, okay. Good. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, nah, they can handle that. They can handle that. No, thank you.
So we had potato flautas.
You ordered too much.
Yeah, I'll bring you 4 champagne tickets.
That'll be good. Thank you.
Potato flautas.
Amazing.
Those were so good.
Um,
One of my, yeah, I think that's definitely in my top foods that we had. Could do without like all the arugula that they like threw on there,
hella.
but other than that, like it was really good. I mean, and I like arugula, but
Damn, that was a heavy
it was
bed
like
of.
the flautas and then a bed of arugula.
It's almost like they were trying to get rid of all the arugula that they had just sitting in the fridge. They tried to get some out there.
We overshot for the salad, so but no, that was bomb. And then we each got our own thing. Like, I do want to try because Corey got like the breakfast burger, which looked bomb, like where it had like an egg on it and stuff. And then there's like this thick thing. I thought it was like a really thick onion ring or something, but it was a hash brown. Like, that's genius. I'm just all like, oh, I don't think I could have eaten all of that. But I think we probably could only eat like half of that. But it looked really good. I did have a bite of Aaron's French toast, which was actually really good. I'm so picky with my French toast. It was like the biggest, most giant piece of French toast I've ever seen. Like, it took up the entire plate and it's super thick, but it was very yummy. Like, how did you like your steak and eggs?
It was okay. Nothing to go crazy about.
Yeah, that's what he gets for ordering steak and eggs when we at Disneyland. Like, the heck? Get something different. Look at that.
Holy moly. I know.
That is a burger. I've never seen a French toast that.
I know, that's huge.
Wow.
That was pretty dang legit.
Wow.
It's like Russian toast. Soviet toast.
Soviet toast.
It's here. So you've got within the dense confidence of our
It's
toast.
pretty dense, but it cuts like flat
Wow. Go on, Aaron.
Okay. So after that amazing experience, I think I would go back there. Definitely, the Lamplight Lounge was good.
It was a really cool
great.
experience.
And you're right next to the water, right next to the Incredicoaster, so you get a nice
so
view.
Special.
So the rides after we did that, Midway Mania again, and then Liz went on the Incredicoaster.
Yep, by myself.
By yourself.
Because when I go, I like to go on like my favorite rides over and over again. But I was the only one who liked to go on like the bigger rides and stuff. So that was my time to go go on it by myself, especially because we're walking past it after getting off the Toy Story ride because they're like right next to each other, and saw that there was like no line, and I'm just like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go run on this real quick, bye. But nah, it was great. I was happy I got to go on again. Single rider, woo woo. And
then my sister and brother took a midday break, and then we stayed back in Disney California Adventure.
Which I was surprised that Aries was going to stay back, because I'm like, okay, because I want to go on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride because I haven't been on it since we've been here. And he said that he was going to stay behind with me. I'm like, really? I'm like, you're going to go on with me? He's just like, hell no.
I'm just going to walk around and find some more churros.
That was the longest line I stood in, and I was by myself. It was like an hour long. But so worth it. It's so cool for what they did from the Tower of Terror. Like, I loved the Tower of Terror. Not originally when I went on. I was terrified. But it grew to be one of my favorites. So they did a great job with the ride. It was a lot of fun. I wish I could go on it again, but I didn't want to wait in line for another hour by myself.
And then we did the Turtle Talk with Crush. I thought that was really, really cool. I didn't think it was going to be like that. But, yeah, something if you have a kid, that's definitely where you want to go, because it's...
Or if you just are a fan of Finding Nemo. But
oh, well, yeah, if you have a kid, though, it's a great interactive with Crush.
Yeah. But because I had seen a bunch of reels of it before. I'm just like, I didn't know they had that at Disney. That's so cool. So I really wanted to do that. So we went back and did that, and I'm glad that you had a good time. Like, I thought it was hilarious, and the kids were really cute, and the people, the answers and all that. So it's cool because it'll be different every time that you go, based on what people ask and say. But yeah.
We got some pictures, and then
I wanted to get all the pictures with the professional photographers while we could. Aries was so over it, but
yeah. And then we did decide to go try some corn dogs. Now, I was excited, but I left very disappointed in these corn dogs.
Yeah, let's just say I will start off by saying that after our amazing brunch with like some of our favorite food that we had since we were there, it was pretty much downhill for food the rest of the day. But I was really excited to take him to try the Disneyland corn dogs, because the last time I was there was the first time I had it, and I just remember it being like so magical. Like, there was just something special about it. Like the batter, like I don't know what they did to the batter, but it was so good. It's like the best corn I ever had in my life, and I always told him that. And then when we went and had it, and then I was eating it, I'm like,
Hello, pause.
oh, that's good.
This was $10, $11. I don't know if I would charge that much for this. It is probably the closest thing you'll get to like a perfect corn dog with how cooked it is. But yeah, $11 is still kind of wild though.
Price aside, how is your food? Yours is still like steaming. I feel like they just warmed mine up, but yours looks like fresh. You see that? Let's start a fire with that.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
This kind of just tastes like a normal corn dog.
Nothing really special about these corn dogs. We got 2 different ones.
I got the normal one, and he got the hot link one. I wanted to order the cheese-filled one, but I'm just all like, okay, it hasn't been that long since we ate brunch, and I don't know if we can eat all of this at this time. So,
but the amount of money for this corn dog and for what it tastes like, the price is not worth it. I don't think.
It's like $11.
Yeah, it's not good.
But it comes with a cutie.
And that was probably better than the corn dog. So,
anyways,
so yeah, the corn dog was not that good. We get pictures in front of the castle.
Oh my gosh, Like, it was probably the longest line we stood in to get one of the professional pictures. But I wanted a really nice picture of us in front of the castle because we hadn't gotten one yet. And it was the last day, so I'm just like, okay, let's just go do it. We waited in line for a while, and then this guy abandoned me in the middle of them.
Yeah, I did. The guy gave us an option to take romantic or whatever,
or silly pictures after the normal pictures.
Definitely not doing
Aries
silly.
chose romantic, and
so I chose romantic, and yeah, that was a bad option too because
we're in the middle of posing for it, and then he just like ducks out and just leaves. He's like, "Oh, I can't do it. Just take a picture of her," and walks off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Me and PDA don't go together. So there's a lot of people looking at us, and
we're literally just looking at each other.
I was not about to. No, we had our foreheads like.
Yeah, looking at each other.
But no, I'm cool. So, yeah, that was like a single pictures for Liz.
Yeah.
And then we went to a place and we tried salted caramel butter cake.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, before we were trying to find the Dole Whip because neither of us had the Disneyland Dole Whip before. But literally, when we find it, they're like closing up shop.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I was so bummed. I'm like, okay, well, let's go try this other dessert. I saw people posting about the new dessert that Disneyland had. Must try for 2025. Literally, had just come out. I like having the pretzels on there. But you actually get this it's like some kind of caramel or something sauce. It's good. But the cake itself's kind of dry. But yeah, very disappointed. It was not good. I love butter cake. Mind you, the only butter cake I've ever had is from Lazy Dog, and it's amazing. But this one was very dry and didn't really have a lot of flavor. So very disappointed. And
yeah, it wasn't good. Like, but yeah, I think that was kind of mixed into like not good and like me being over the day, and I was kind of over it.
Oh yeah, he was definitely over it.
So
and then he left.
Yeah, and then I left Liz there.
And then I'm just like, yes, I can go on the roller coasters. So I went on some more rides on my own and did the single rider for Space Mountain and like all that stuff. And then I met up with Aaron and Corey when they came back to the park at Rise of the Resistance. So I got to do that one again at night. So that was cool. And then, then we went and got some dinner, some like sourdough bread bowls. They were okay. But it was cool where we were sitting at. I think I'm going to go back to that spot again because there wasn't a lot of people there. You're kind of on your own. But it was like close to the water, and I think it's called Phantasmic or something. I'd never heard of it before, but it's like a mini version of World of Color, except they have like floats and people dancing on it. So I said it looked like it was PCC during Halloween on crack. If you don't know what that is, Polynesian Culture Center.
In Hawaii.
Yeah. But so it was cool to see like a little bit of that. But then Aries, we met up with Aries because we wanted to go watch the fireworks in front of the castle. Because I guess they only were doing the fireworks during the weekend. They didn't do the fireworks at all like the nights that we were there. So Aries got to experience that for the first time. I love fireworks and stuff. Aries isn't the biggest fireworks fan, but like, how was that experience for you watching it in front of the castle?
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I think it was super necessary for me to see fireworks in front of the castle. With me seeing the castle for the first time, I think it was a good ending to see like the final castle look like that with fireworks.
Yeah, because they like project stuff on the castle and like playing to the music and stuff. But it's fun. They did a lot of like old school like songs. So they did stuff from like the Jungle Book with King Louie. They even did the Aristocats. I'm just like, I miss our baby. But
Listen. I'm not hating on no new Disney songs. There's some great songs out there, some great soundtracks for these movies, but ain't nothing touching old school Disney movies and their soundtracks. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
With all due respect.
But even before the fireworks, like everyone in front of us were like turning back and like freaking out. We're just like, what is everyone looking at? And then we turn around and look at the sky. We're like, oh my gosh, I thought it was like the apocalypse, the end of the world. There was like this weird, like black ring of death in the sky that was like moving closer to us. I'm like, I had no idea what that was. Like recorded that too. Find out afterwards. Corey told us, I guess during World of Color on the Disneyland Park across the way, they have like a big ring of fire during it, and like it's like cloud smoke from that. But they just didn't do it the night that we watched it because it was raining. So I guess that's what that was. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like the Avengers needs to be real. They need to come save us. The aliens are gonna come and like try to attack us. Like it looked like it was a moving portal for like another dimension or something. But yeah. So not the end of the world. We're still good guys. So.
So after the fireworks, I left a little bit before 11, and then Liz stayed with our siblings, and they didn't leave the park until about 12:30 in the morning. They were trying to get in as much as they can before the park closed, and last night, so they try to squeeze in as much stuff as possible, and yeah. So that was kind of like our 4-day trip at Disneyland, California Adventure. I know there's a lot of stuff to go through, but that is what happened. I guess we're going to go through these questions and kind of ask each other, like, what was our favorite, food, what worst food, stuff like that. But, yeah. So, favorite food for you?
Are we going to do, like, just any food, or are we, like, excluding, like, the fancy restaurant food?
Just go any food, I guess.
Okay. Any food, I would probably say, it's hard to choose. Let me say our food that we had at Carthay Circle was my favorite and stuff. The appetizers were bomb, and my dinner was amazing and stuff. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite overall. If I take out like the fancy restaurants, I would probably say that cheesy garlic bratwurst was like my favorite thing that we had there.
So, yeah, not restaurants. That is my favorite thing. The glizzy pretzel. Glizzy pretzel dog.
So flavorful.
Restaurant food?
It's hard to pick.
I might say the flautas that we had at the
oh, really?
Yeah, the lounge on our 4th day.
That beat your food at Carthay Circle?
Oh man, the sauce underneath the flautas as well. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty bomb.
I enjoyed it. A big old taquito. Worst food, obviously, it's going to be the pretzel. I mean, it's going to be the pretzel every single time. So, until I get that real pretzel, whatever you guys are wanting or to suggest, then the pretzel's going to be down there in hell.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely terrible.
Worst food at Disney for me? That's a good question. I'm not going to say the pretzel because I definitely had worse. I think because your expectations for that were so high.
Not for $8, no.
Oh my gosh, yes, we get it. I think the worst food that I had was probably the sourdough bread bowl, the lentil chili that I had. It was just not super fresh or flavorful. I mean, it hit the spot in the sense like I was starving and I ate all of it, but yeah, it just like had no flavor.
Yeah, by your pictures, it didn't look that good, to be honest with you.
I mean, it looked good to me, but I definitely wish I would have taken one of those hot sauce packets that they had when they offered it, but I didn't think it would need it.
All right, so rides. Favorite ride. So for me, I'm I'm gonna go with that Star Wars ride. That's how I'm feeling right now. The Rise of the
Resistance
is number one. Again, playing out this whole story that they have, going, get captured, we break out, stuff like that. And to have that breathtaking moment of seeing the Star Troopers like lined up like that, yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite ride now too. But so since that's at Disneyland, do you have like a favorite ride from California Adventure?
The what's the Toy Story one?
Midway Mania.
I mean, that's just a good one, you know. Nah, I should pick something else.
You don't have to if that's your favorite.
Okay, that's my favorite.
Nice. What?
Your favorite?
My favorite. Oh, my favorite at California Adventure.
No, your favorite ride.
I told you, Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, worst one?
Worst ride. Oh, but it's always gonna be Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Trash. Hate it.
Yeah, probably the Pinocchio story one. Yeah, just
Mr. Toad's is way worse. Way worse.
Maybe I should watch the movie or something, but I doubt that. So, the next one is like the favorite story ride or worst story ride.
I guess you kind of already did that one.
Yeah, Peter Pan is my favorite. Pinocchio is the worst.
Same for me too.
Nice. Something you wish you tried / did. Something you're okay not doing if you ever go back. I guess the Dole Whip. I wish we tried the Dole Whip. I do like Dole Whip. So.
Oh yeah. I guess, is there any other foods that you know of that, whether you knew of beforehand or afterwards, that you would want to go back and try other than the Dole Whip?
Maybe one day I'll be brave enough to eat the turkey leg.
I'm good on that. That's way too much for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever will get there because that is a lot.
No, the meat looked really red from watching people eat it too. I'm just like, that does not look appetizing to me. But everyone always raves about them, so I feel like that's a dinner for our family with that one. I just need some rice and veggies and call it good.
So yeah, I'll say Dole Whip, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Like, I really want to try the Dole Whip. I really want to try the Mickey-shaped beignets because those look really fluffy and stuff. And even talking to friends after I got back, like, oh, you didn't try it? I was like, I wanted to, but I think, being disappointed after the Tiana's beignets at Disneyland and having the really great beignets at not California Adventure, at Downtown Disney and stuff, just ended up not being for it again. But and then I really want to try. I would really like to try the Jack Num Nums chocolate cookie. I feel like I need to eat that with like 3 other people because I'd probably only take like a couple bites because it's just like a lot for me. But
and the juice milk stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to try the green milk and the blue milk and stuff. It's juice. It's not real milk. I can't remember what the flavors are, but I want to try that. There's some things at the, I was about to say Taco Bell Cantina, at the cantina at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that I really want to try from like videos that I've seen, and like this like weird looking cookie that looks really good to me. And I want to try, oh dang, I forgot what it was. Oh, like whatever these like specialty like garlic pretzel things are that everyone raves about that Aries thought he was eating. Yeah, so those are the foods that I want to go back and try next time we go. But we ate a lot of food the other day. I think the last day was probably the least amount of food that we ate throughout the like compared to the rest of the days, and it was also the day that we had like not good food minus our brunch.
Yeah. Next question is the funnest or craziest thing you saw, overheard at Disney. I just think the craziest thing I saw is just seeing the Disney adults act the way they do.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, just like from the, the morning time of the first day of like seeing them fast walking.
The ruthless rope droppers.
Just, and I don't know, like, yeah, it's nostalgic and it brings the kid out of you, no matter what age you are. But I don't know, just to kind of see them in the flesh, see how these people act in the flesh, it was a very interesting experience. So, yeah, it was strange. Something's in the air over there.
Dang. What was the other question again? I already forgot.
The funnest or craziest thing you saw or overheard at Disney?
Yeah, I think in agreement with what Aries said about, like, I was just shocked to see how people acted during, like, rope drop and stuff. Oh, dang it. There was actually a lot of, like, funny conversations that I overheard. People from, like, either just sitting back or while we're standing in line. I can't remember exactly what one of them was, but it's, like, these younger girls. It had something to do with, like, I don't know, them not understanding things from, like, our generation. And, like, all this stuff. And then there was this one dad who was getting mad at his kids and was telling his wife that this was such a waste of money and I never should have come here. These kids don't listen. They don't appreciate it. It's like we should have just came by ourselves. But, yeah, I'm like, I can't remember all the different things, like, at the top of my head right now, but it's funny with the conversations that you listen in on.
And lastly, favorite Disney moments.
Ooh. I'll give mine first, and then I want you to give yours last because this was your first experience. Probably last from what he said before, so we'll find out. But why can't I ever just give one answer? I think overall it was just really cool experiencing it for your first time and seeing, like, your reactions to things. But I think one of my favorite I'll only name two more things. One was definitely the character breakfast for me and stuff. I had a lot of fun with that. And it wasn't what I was expecting either. But like the food, and I liked meeting all the characters. That kind of stuff is fun to me, and my time with Winnie the Pooh. And I thought that you were enjoying it too, but apparently that was in my head. But I think my other is the times where we kind of stayed back on our own and just got to try different foods and, going at, like, a slower pace and just taking in, like, the sights and the details of Disney and the different parts that we were in and stuff, which is cool. Not used to taking that much time slowing down at a theme park and stuff. Is usually just like go, go, go. So, yeah. What about you, babe?
Yeah, so I think seeing my wife, kind of geek out at the breakfast was one of my favorite moments, to see her favorite character and
really?
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Her dressing up in her Pooh gear and, seeing her favorite character. I thought that was really cool. So we went to the California Adventure first, and I think just being in the park, taking everything in before the chaos started, I think that was a really cool moment. And kind of like walking down Main Street for Disneyland was really cool, just seeing everything and stuff like that. Yeah, the food stands out to me, but again, it kind of goes back to the people I was with, to seeing them kind of geek out and being in their favorite place probably ever, with my sister, my wife, and my brother, seeing them be happy and enjoy these things. Maybe that I wasn't that happy about some stuff, but just seeing them, like, just live for it, and it's the happiest place on the earth, so they say. But yeah, I guess all those moments were pretty cool.
Love that. I'm also want to shout out my outfits. I went all out every day except probably the last day, because I'm just like, there's no point in fixing my hair or doing makeup or doing anything for my lefts and stuff. But I'm like, I think I did a pretty good job of picking out stuff for you too, because I wanted him to wear stuff, but I know he doesn't like to go as extra as I do. But how'd you feel about my picks for you?
No, wifey really did did a great job with the shirts that she picked out for me, incorporating things that I like that are not Disney related, and they found a fusion with Disney.
Disney fusion was my goal.
It was really, really good what she did and what she found.
What was your favorite shirt?
Probably the Outcast one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Walt from Breaking Bad is a close second, but yeah. Yeah. Any last words?
When you wish upon a star. I want to go back right away. So if anyone else wants to go, let me know. And I don't have any more PTO to be able to do this, but I will. I definitely want to go back. It's the 70th anniversary celebration, starting I think in May. So I'm like, I would love to go back for that. But because last time I was there, we were there for the 60th celebration, so which is kind of crazy. But no, I loved it. I'm trying to plan a siblings trip now. Now that I learned some of the ropes from the master himself. Will you ever go back to Disneyland?
So I always said I'm cool with not ever going back. Like I wouldn't be upset if I never went back to that place. I can go back for like a few hours, but I'm not going to spend a whole day there. Again, I'm grateful for the experience, and I'm glad I went to experience my wife's favorite place on this whole earth, besides the, temple. But again, I was so overwhelmed with everything, this being my first time, me not being such a Disney lover like my family and my wife is. It was a lot. It was a lot for me to handle, and a shiz ton of people there. I should have known, of course, right? But again, there was just a lot, and trying to find and control my emotions about everything, and me being overwhelmed with everything, because this is Disneyland and everything's just right in your face, and you really can't escape it. So it was a lot. It was a lot for me to handle, but I did enjoy aspects of it, as you heard throughout this whole breakdown. I enjoyed the detail and everything, what Walt has built, and now it is turned into what it is now. I think it's a fantastic experience for people who have never gone. You should go. What this park is and how clean it is. For how clean it is and how many people are there every single day to see how clean it is impressive. I sounded like a dad when I said that. I was like, I'm surprised how clean this place is. Like, holy crap, there's no trash on the ground.
When I did spot trash, I was very mad and disappointed.
I sounded a hella like a boomer, but it is what it is. I'm just pointing out the facts of this place. They really do maintain it well.
They do a great job.
Again, if you haven't gone, go. It's a great experience for me. I am okay with never going back, but I will go back for a few hours. I won't spend a whole day there like I did. So
not taking him with me.
Absolutely not. I told her to find other people to take if she ever goes. So I'm cool. So.
And I didn't need him to tell me that, but thank you.
So I know it sounds totally contradicting of what I'm saying, but I appreciated this moment with my wife and my siblings. But it was a lot.
It was great for a first experience and stuff. You're glad that you did it, but
2020.
But he's not someone that could do it over and over again like I can. So
20,000 steps on my first day. Come on, y'all. That's insane.
Magical steps. Magical steps.
But that is the end of the episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed the clips throughout this whole episode as well of us and our food, us getting our big back activities on. That's what we like the most. I just want to thank my wife for putting down these notes and refreshing my mind of what we did every single day. But yes, hope you guys enjoyed. If you are a Disney lover and you're watching this, drop down in the comment section your favorite foods or what we should try, maybe what she should try next, your favorite thing about Disneyland, stuff like that. Let me know. This will be interactive in the comment section. All right.
We love it.
But thank you guys for just checking out the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and if you're hearing this on Spotify or watching this on Spotify, just hit that follow button on the podcast and rate it a 5-star, please. That would get a lot of attention on this podcast. But thank you guys again for the support, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, my shit different. I stay glistening, they stay chasing me, I stay pivoting. I'm positioning.